Peace, and I am Bo the Poet, and welcome to another edition of Mind Your Thoughts, because there's someone that wants your mind. That's a true statement, And at first, we'd like to acknowledge our new subscribers. Thank you very much for subscribing. We're now in double digits. So now I don't have to feel like I'm talking to myself. Even though it wouldn't matter, I still would talk. I talk to myself a lot. That's a good thing to do. Me, myself, and I, we have the committee meetings a lot, the world moves around and all these things are happening and stuff, so, this is why we call the program Mind, and it's M-I-N-E. It's not a typo. Mind, because the mind, M-I-N-D, is like it's vast, and you have so many treasures, like when you have a mine in in the physical, you might have a diamond mine or a gold mine or a sulfur mine or a coal mine, all these different kinds of mining operations looking for this one specific mineral or product, where that they could turn into a product for profit, but the most profitable and the mind that has the most is the mind, in your mind, my mind, everybody's mind. We have so much in our mind, and not minding your own mind is a disservice to yourself, because it makes you fall into things, with let's say, well, I'm with this because of this, and and a lot of times it's based upon what somebody told you or what you heard, not something that you have processed yourself. And so you have to, when you get the mind, and they usually like dig the stuff out, they dig out large pieces of earth, and the mineral and whatever they're looking for, it's in the middle. So they have to process it out. Sometimes it's mixed in with it. So they have to process it. They have to sift through it. They have to go through it. And it's a process, to get the mineral. The same thing with our mind. We have this stuff that's there, but if we never go through and grab hunks and process it, and we're always keeping feeling it, then we can fall victim to things and stuff, and then we can convince ourselves that we're right, and the way the world is predicated today, there's always something going on, something in the news, something happening, and everybody's got an opinion about this, that, and the other, because content creator wouldn't be a content creator if he didn't have so much content to talk about, you know what I'm saying. If you want to know what's going on in the world, just go to a content creator, and then and then you pick the ones, of course, that are going to be saying the things that you want to hear. I do it too, but every now and then I go and listen to what the other side is trying to say. You know what I'm saying? So all of this stuff happening, it's like, you ever heard of the term punch drunk? Well, that's how this world operates at its present. They try to keep us punch drunk, hitting us with all this stuff, pushing the button, they love to play on the emotions, you know what I'm saying? And as we talked about in a couple of videos ago, the fear, and a lot of people live in fear, The thing about it is that, psychologically, if you removed all of this stuff, people would be totally lost. They wouldn't know what to do because they are so used to operating. It's like, from personal experience, I remember when I moved from the East Coast and I moved out west, and I lived in Mesa, Arizona, and I moved from North Philadelphia, back in the day, in the 80s or the 90s, to Mesa, Arizona, which was like, in the area I moved in, it was very settled. So North Philadelphia, where I came from, was like the Wild Wild West. everything was going on all night long. And I moved to Mesa. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep because it was too quiet. If you can believe that. You know what I'm saying? And, the way I love my quiet and peace now is like, but at the time, I couldn't, I had to go through a period of adjustment. And, life does that to us, and we have to be diligent in recognizing these things, especially if we're moving around. Now, some people, if you stay in the same area, the area, are your neighbors. Me, I move around. I get around. I'm all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm sitting in my B studio, So, like, if you listen to some of my other recordings, you may hear an intro song, and then now you don't hear an intro. That's because I left it on my A studio computer. So, I'm in the B studio because I be moving. And I got the B computer, which I had to it was it wasn't a last minute thing, but I waited till the last minute to try to get some things together that I had enough time to, really take care of before then. But anyway, to none the matter, so that's what we're really about. It's about thinking, you have to be able to think, and you have to be able to read, and you have to be able to read what you're reading. And that's a whole different ball game, because a lot of people, notice things, and this is not against people who read books, because I read books. I've been reading books all my life, However, you have to have a balance. See, the world is about life. It's about balance. You have to have balance. You remember the movie, The Karate Kid? Balance, Daniel son. Balance. You gotta have balance, and everything is balance. For every this side, there's this side, and like you can say one side's right, one side's wrong, or you agree with one side, you disagree with the other side. However, you need both sides for the balance, so that you can find your truth and hopefully start living in your purpose. Because that's what it's really about. Finding your purpose, living in your purpose. And to do that, you have to mind your thoughts, and you have to be, you got to be diligent. You got to do a lot of studying, not just of the things around you, but the things that are inside of you. Because what's inside of you is you. This is who you are, But a lot of people have allowed their world to define who they are. And that's sad. That's really sad. Because the world only defines you in a way that they can use you. They don't want to define you as you, because then they can't use you, because you are right. You got your purpose. You know how to fish. You know how to cook. What do you need them for? And that's the thing about this world. It's predicated on enslaving you. Mind your thoughts, because someone wants your mind. If I can control your mind, I got you. Because to make people think that I'm presenting or I'm giving them something, when in fact, if they take it, they're going to pay me 10 and 20 times what they could go and get for their own self. And it will only cost them time. But to take the quick out, because I got it, you want it, here you go, hold up. This ain't free now. Nothing in life is free. Always remember that. It's nothing. And when it's time to pay attention, do not try to put it on installments or put it on layaway, you know what I'm saying, or, you know, pay off a little bit. Pay it in full. Attention, pay it in full. Right then and there. You know what I'm saying? Empty your pockets. Pay attention. Because they'll slip one by you. You know what I'm saying? Like you missed the installment payment, they got to start all over again. Not a good thing. Not a good thing. You know. I've got a few things on my mind. You know, and y'all know I usually come up with a topic. However, I decided just to do a little talking generalized. Seen a lot of stuff today. I was on the social media, a couple places. Seen a lot of stuff, you know. But there was something that was really on my mind earlier. But I was prevented from really going into it, and then I had to do some cultivating. I had to do some thinking, and so we're gonna present it, you know, probably in 2 parts because it's kind of long, you know, and I don't like to go over 15 minutes, you know, because we all got shit to do, you know, me too. Anyway, you remember the movie The Wizard of Oz? Yeah. I'll never forget. You know, I forgot what age I was. I knew I wasn't double digits. I was like 7, 8, 9, somewhere like that. And I'll never forget. It was a Sunday. Me and my brother were outside playing, and my uncle comes over, and he's like, "Y'all ain't watching the movie?" I'm like, "What movie?" Like, The Wizard of Oz. I'm like, "Nah, what's that?" He's like, "Oh, you gonna like that. You gotta watch that. I'm telling you, it's something you want to see." Like, really? Like, yeah, I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? So me and my brother kind of look at each other. Let's go check it out. So that began, which was a yearly ritual. You know, when I was growing up, this was in the 60s when I first saw The Wizard of Oz the first time. Yeah, I'm aging myself. Anyway, throughout the years, through my travels and studies and interactions with people, and just being who I am, you know, it brought me to, you know, a different view of The Wizard of Oz. And this is something I've been thinking about for a while, you know. Like, it comes every now and then, I think about it, like, you know, and I start to really, you know, see different things in it and stuff. And I think I didn't really watch the whole thing, but it was something, I think it was on YouTube, and it was something that somebody had did a video about who was the real evil in the Wizard of Oz. And I didn't watch it though, because I didn't want them to think that I stole something from them, because I'm gonna be truthful. That's what kind of inspired me. So in a couple days, we're gonna do part 1, maybe the whole thing, but it's gonna be called The Land of Oz. You know, and if you follow me on social media, you know, I've kind of been referencing the Wizard of Oz in some of the things that I write. You know, some of the posts that I'm posting and stuff, you know, and I always end it with Oz steps to the screen. Because remember, in the movie, Oz always appeared as a character on the screen until Dorothy and her crew, you know, came and exposed them, you know. Or did they? Well, we're going to take a look at that, you know what I'm saying? So look out for that video. Again, like, subscribe, share, comment. You know, I am Bo the Poet. This is Mind Your Thoughts. Someone wants your mind. Peace.